Okay, folks. So we don't have any of the fancy lenses or anything for the cameras that's needed to view the whole eclipse thing that went on. But I did use my iPhone Mini and tried to capture a few clips here and there. But there was some interesting stuff going on with the flare. I mean, if you're a flare enthusiast, you might like this. It's kind of curious because you can kind of see some of the shading and stuff going on, and see a little bit of the eclipse in the flare itself. But there's also something over here. Kind of looks like there's something like fixed up in the sky, right up in here, and it, right in there, kind of appears as I, pan the camera over in this direction. You can kind of see like a shadow or an outline of something right here that doesn't move with the rest of the flare. You can see there's like a little orb thing that moves with the flare. There's all these other, flare things going on and flare effects that move around, but there's something right up here, right in there, that doesn't really move with the rest of the flare effects, but stays, kind of fixed with the sun, with that sunlight. There's your 1,000 points of light, right? You can kind of see a little bit of an orb spherical thing right here, and I think maybe that's a reflection and supposed to be a representation of the moon and the flare. But there's something right here too that flashes right there, and then it appears right there, and then it flashes. I thought that was kind of curious. That's kind of really zoomed in right there, but you have to look really close right there, and then there, and then it flashes right there. I thought that was kind of curious too. That's really zoomed in though. You can see all these frequency waves too, coming off of some of the energy flowing off that thing. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of curious as I was panning, around in a circle. Yeah, this is what the camera does when I zoom in close enough to it. The AI takes over the digital programming, just kind of fills in the gaps of what they believe is, being captured by the sun or by the camera, excuse me. You can kind of see when it pans to the other side here, there's a little bit of a shadow you can see of the eclipse going on there, but yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see. Yeah, these new digital cameras, they kind of fill in the blanks, so to speak, and the AI digital programming takes over, and CGI will like fill in the blanks for you. Uh, when I zoom back out, though, start showing all that distorted activity, it's just kind of curious. It seems like maybe there's something that's fixed right up here with the sun, because it doesn't move around with the rest of the flare. You can see lots of energy waves going on too. Yeah, right there in the flare, you can see a little bit of the eclipse thing going on right there. Yeah, there's a few waves coming through the sky there. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it again right here. There's like a rectangular platform right there. And if you notice, this spherical thing here, this orb thing, moves with the rest of the flare, but this little platform thing really doesn't move. It stays, fixed with the sunlight, with 1,000 points of light going on there. Yeah, right in through here. I don't know. I could see kind of the shadow and the outline of something. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I don't think that's a ball of burning gas and whatever millions of light years away. I really don't. I see light being reflected. I mean, yeah, right in through here, you can see there's like a spherical right here that pops up. I think that might be, oh, there's another little flash there. Hang on. I think that might be a representation of the moon. There's another flash over in here. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, you can see the beam coming off the tip. Yeah, right in through here, there's like a little flash. It's probably an insect, most likely. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, right there. I think it's supposed to be the moon. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I don't think that's millions of miles away. I really don't. I think it's being reflected off of something. I don't think this is necessarily the source. Uh, yeah, right there is the shadow. What looks like some kind of a platform. And there are some frequencies being detected around that. Yeah, I don't know, folks. That's weird. Yeah. 1,000 points of light, right? Yeah, right here. Yeah. 1,000 points of light. It's like Wikipedia is kind of interesting because they updated it since 2018, and most people are familiar with the whole George Bush association with 1,000 points of light, but Wiki kind of breaks it down into a older tale, supposedly of where it originated from. But I think it's kind of funny that they had updated it here and to include that the U.S. President Donald Trump mocked the phrase at a rally in Montana on July 5th, 2018, asking, "What does that mean? I know one thing. Make America great again, we understand. Putting America first, we understand. 1,000 points of light? I never quite got that one. What the hell is that? Has anyone ever figured that one out? It was put out by a Republican, wasn't it?" It's kind of interesting. They would add in President Trump's mockery of the whole 1,000 points of light phrase, which I think is kind of curious. If you look at the history behind his foundation, I'll have to maybe do that in another video in case y'all don't, aren't familiar with the whole foundation. Because there was a little bit of scandal with it too. Wiki goes into a little bit of it, but there is additional information out there about it says here that the foundation was criticized in 1995 investigation by the Los Angeles Times for spending only 11% of its budget on grants to volunteer organizations, while spending 22.3 million on promotions, consultants, salaries, travel, and conferences, including 5.5 million to produce a television advertising campaign and at 1.4 million for a celebration of community service. The Times also noted that the foundation received more than half its budget from federal funds. So it's kind of interesting when you look on the history of the Points of Light Foundation. Wiki doesn't even delve into even they haven't got 4 paragraphs dedicated to the Points of Life organization, and of course they have to highlight the awards. But Wikipedia left out a lot of information on the history of the Points of Light Foundation. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do another video and show y'all some of the additional information that I've got concerning the whole Points of Light Foundation. But this whole thing with the eclipse the other day was kind of trippy. It definitely garnered a lot of attention. Had a lot of people looking up. Had a lot of people distracted with it for sure. But I don't know. It just I don't really see this burning ball of gas like millions of miles away. I it just doesn't. I don't know. There's your 1,000 points of light.
Of community, a beautiful word with a big meaning. Though liberal Democrats have an odd view of it, they see community as a limited cluster of interest groups locked in odd conformity. And in this view, the country waits passive while Washington sets the rules. But that's not what community means, not to me. For we're a nation of community, of thousands and tens of thousands of ethnic, religious, social, business, labor union, neighborhood, regional, and other organizations, all of them varied, voluntary, and unique. This is America, the Knights of Columbus, the Grange, Hadassah, the Disabled American Veterans, the Order of AHEPA, the Business and Professional Women of America, the Union Hall, the Bible Study Group, LULAC, Holy Name. A brilliant diversity spread like stars, like 1,000 points of light in a broad and peaceful sky.